Hello everybody, welcome back. In this video, we shall look at what you can do to prepare your project collateral for the Wibyte Scratch Hackathon. The word collateral may be somewhat new, somewhat intimidating for you. So let's first simplify what exactly do we mean by the word collateral. What does a project collateral really mean, right? And it turns out it's actually quite simple. Uh, the project collateral really is like your project's companion. Now, as you know, the main focus of this hackathon is the Scratch project, which is what you should spend a lot of time on. Try to make the best project that you can. However, the companion that goes along with it, the collateral, is your way to tell to everybody else what your project is all about, right? So we want you to make a brief video, maybe say 3 to 5 minutes, and or a presentation, preferably, and a presentation to describe your project. Right now, the reason this is important is because we want judges to look at this so that they get an idea for what they are looking for in your project, right? How do you play this project and so on. At the same time, as you can imagine, this is also your opportunity to showcase your skills, to sort of showcase your work in a very, very nice way, right? So let's look at what the project collateral should contain. Now, again, this is just some recommendations, right? So you can add more things, but at the very minimum, I would think that the collateral should contain three things. Number one, the theme and the storyline, right? So you could have chosen one of the three themes. What is the theme that you have chosen, and what is your storyline, right? So how does the story relate to the theme? What have you done? You could describe this maybe using some pictures, or maybe using some kind of a flow chart, or maybe just using words. In this process, you also tell who are your main characters, what are they supposed to do, basically what is the project all about, right? So what's the message that's coming out from the project, and so on, right? Next, you should have very clearly the plan and the instructions, right? So what do you mean by plan? Well, how many levels does the project have, right? So you could have probably, maybe the game flows this way, that starts in level 1, then goes to level 2. Then if you win, say, some number of points in level 2, you go to level 3, otherwise you get out. And what should you do to go to these levels, right? So should you press, say, arrow key, or if you want some surprise element, probably you press the space bar or something. So what are the instructions, right? So looking at this, it should be clear, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do in this project, right? So this is the plan, this is how the game plays like, and this is what I'm supposed to do, right? Next, and probably the most importantly, is the wow factor, right? Now, what makes your project really, really special, right? So you should talk about things that you really like doing, that were hard to do, that was something you spent a lot of time on. What are the Scratch features that you might have used? Some special character you might have added. Anything with, whether it's your story, whether it's your implementation, whether it's your idea that makes it unique, makes it like a wow factor for the judges, right? Makes your project stand out special from everybody else. So one way to look at this, right? One way to think about this collateral is that it's like an advertisement plus a user manual combined together, right? Now, of course, you have to be concise about it, which is why you need to think about it carefully, and you need to budget some time for your submission. Remember, the project is the main thing, but this is also important, which is why we also give you we also make this a part of the marking criteria, right? Now, I'm going to recommend a format, right? Now, this is only a recommendation. This is not the only format, because again, this is a creative exercise. I want you guys to put on your creative hats and imagine in your ways. I'm sure there are many ways to do this, but one recommendation which I could give is to make a presentation which contains your storyline, your plan, your instructions, and so on, in a PowerPoint. And you can make along with that a short video, probably 3 to 5 minutes, which highlights the gameplay and features of that game, right? Now, again, this is just a recommendation. You must make sure that both of these convey the wow factor. Remember, this is like an advertisement and an instruction manual put together. A good example of this is given here. I'm also putting this in the link. This is from one of the other projects that's some of our students have done in the past, right? So I think that gives a good example. But again, like I said, this is a creative exercise. You can choose your liberties to do what you want to do, so long as it serves the purpose, which is advertisement plus instruction manual, right? Uh, some tools that you can use for the presentation. I think all of you are quite familiar with PowerPoint. It works really well for these things. You can also use the snipping tool to take snapshots from the screen. So for example, if you want to show, okay, this is how my level 1 looks, you can take a screenshot of your screen, of your Scratch screen, right? And use the snipping tool. You can Google this, or you can get this from it may already be there on your computer, right? Of course, you have to learn how to use it, but I leave that to you. For the video, I can recommend two tools, right? One is the Freecam, is this app called Freecam, which allows us to capture screen videos along with sounds and audio. So this is what I'm doing right now as I make this video. So, for example, if you want to turn on your game, maybe you play it and you can record it using Freecam, right? So your audio, you can talk over it. You can say, okay, this is how my game looks. This is level one. Then if I do this, I go to level two, and so on. So make the video maybe say 3 to 5 minutes, not very long. If you think this is too much of a hassle, no problem. Just use your normal smartphone. Use that to make your video. Maybe show again. In the video how your game plays. You can talk about it as well, so that we get a good picture. Right, 3 to 5 minutes is just more than enough. Right. Important point is to make sure that you budget some time for this, because this is going to take some time. Right. And even more important is that you enjoy this process. This is a creative process, as I say again and again. This is your chance to showcase your work in a nice, beautiful, creative way. So enjoy this process. Take care. Bye bye.